waiting for him. And that's it. He's in. The door shuts behind. The starter's assistant, Bill Rees, says, right, up go the thumbs, the white flag, and they're away. Ardross comes out last. The trip in this one, 1.5 miles, and there's prize money, in fact, here for all 4 in this pattern race. And as rather expected, it is the Queen's Height of Fashion who goes on into the lead, wearing blinkers for the first time. Height of Fashion, of course, representing the connections of St. Boniface, who took the opening race in such fine style. That's owner, trainer, and jockey, with the only filly then, Height of Fashion, in the lead. Amyndas settles down in second. In third place is the total outsider, the 25-to-1 chance Ashenden, and last of the 4, the odds-on favourite Ardross. They've come just about 2.5 furlongs now, and it's still Height of Fashion, the very lightly raced filly, in fact. She's yet to taste defeat in 4 appearances. She continues to lead, with in second place Amyndas, who scored 3 times last year, and these 2 have already gone on, 6 lengths or so clear of Ashenden, the 4th at Royal Ascot, and still bringing up the rear with his 9 stone 9 is Ardross. They're into the final straight now. In fact, they've only got 7.5 furlongs now to go, and it's still Height of Fashion, the only filly who makes the running, followed closely in second place by Amyndas. These 2 still well clear of Ardross now, who takes third from Ashenden. This is the halfway point now of this Princess of Wales' stakes, and both Ardross and Ashenden are closing up now on the 2 front runners, who continue to be Height of Fashion and Amyndas. Just over 5 furlongs from home now, and it's still Willie Carson on Height of Fashion out in front. Jeff Baxter on Amyndas is second. Lester Piggott now in full flight with the favourite Ardross in third, and last of the 4, Steve Cawthon on Ashenden. Just over 1/2 mile to go. Back to the stands and Graham Good.
And Leicester in the drive position on Ardross, asking him to quicken, but Height of Fashion hasn't got a marvellous stride. Height of Fashion going on in the lead from Amyndas. Ardross gets a reminder there. He's got a lot to do. He's got 2.5 furlongs in which to do it. And Height of Fashion, who's made all the running, still in the lead from Amyndas in second place. Ardross looks held at this stage, and Ashenden is in 4th. They've got just over 2 furlongs to go. And it's Height of Fashion from Amyndas. Then comes Ardross. His stamina is now beginning to play. They've only got 1.5 furlongs to go. Height of Fashion from Amyndas, and Ardross and Ashenden still close up, coming inside the final furlong, and it's Height of Fashion in the lead from Amyndas. Then comes Ardross in third, inside the final furlong, and Height of Fashion, who's made all the running, still in the lead from Amyndas in second place, and Ardross, I'm afraid to say, is beaten. Leicester has accepted the situation. Height of Fashion's going to win it quite handsomely. Height of Fashion the winner, Amyndas is second, Ardross is only third, and Ashenden 4th, and so the result of this, the Princess of Wales' stakes, is a win for number 9, Height of Fashion, owned by Her Majesty the Queen, trained at West Ilsley by Major Dick Hearn, bred by her owner and ridden by Willie Carson, number 69 of the season for him, and a double already here at the July meeting. Second was number 3, Amyndas, ridden by Jeff Baxter, and third was number 1, Ardross, ridden by Lester Piggott. Well, Height of Fashion's stride went out there from the start, and clearly appreciating the cut in the ground, she stuck on in really, really tremendous fashion. I noticed that Willie looked round to see where Lester and Jeff and Steve were, with about 5 furlongs left to race. But really, this is a rather sad sight for us fans of Ardross, because in fact he really didn't have the pace to go up there and quicken them. But I just wonder, John Oaksey, whether Lester gave him quite a bit to do turning into the home straight.
Well, he did, Graham, as you saw, but whether he could have lain any closer or not, I don't know. As you say, this, for the many admirers of Ardross, is indeed a very sad sight, because there's been a good gallop all the way. They should have been. I mean, Ardross hasn't given his running in any case, because he certainly should have got closer to Amyndas than he does. As you see, Leicester has asked him to quicken. Always in the past when he's done that, there's been a considerable response. But there's none today, so let's give the Queen's filly full credit. She was getting a lot more than weight for age and sex than the weights, but nevertheless, she's kept her unbeaten certificate and kept it in style, really striding out on this better ground. The blinkers obviously help her. They help Willie Carson anyway, because they make the job of keeping her going easily, but the job hasn't been too hard, because here she comes striding home, a really comfortable winner from Amyndas, with Ardross a very disappointing third, and Ashenden, not surprisingly, well back in 4th. Here's the head on now. Well, she keeps pretty straight, Height of Fashion. I don't think there's any question of anybody coming off a straight line. She's always been in front, went straight to the front from the start, and made the rest of the running. And throughout the race, one of the joys, it was a sad race for me, but one of the joys to watch was Height of Fashion's stride. She was really pointing her toe. She didn't do it at Goodwood in her first run this season. Ashenden, I don't know what on earth happened to him there, suddenly swerving across. I don't think it was anything to do with Leicester or Ardross. Ashenden must have seen something in the crowd that frightened him, but nothing's frightened Height of Fashion. She sails home with her lovely long ears pricked.